Jace LeJeune from Gridiron Football here with Coach Stefan LeFors from Parkview Baptist High School, one of the best coaches in the Baton Rouge area. And Coach LeFors, talk about, and also here with Mason Warren too. You just got a chance to watch that interview as well for Gridiron Football. But I'm going to start with Coach first. Last year, great season. Y'all won 10 games. Y'all went to the quarterfinals, and y'all lost to the eventual state champions too in St. Charles Catholic. Now going to 2023, what do you think about this year's version of the Parkview Baptist Eagles?
Yeah, we're excited for what we have coming back from last year. A lot of guys with experience coming back. You know, each year our starting point seems to be further and further along than the year before, and I think that just comes with the same kids being in the same system now for 4 years, going on 5. Offensively, defensively, so that helps. The continuity within the coaching staff helps, and like I said, we got a lot of guys with valuable experience, a lot of 3-year starters, especially on the offensive line, which everything starts up front on both sides of the ball, and so I feel good about that group. We still have a long way to go to kind of establish what our identity is going to be as a football team. Last year's team was led by Micah Johnson, who went on is going to be at ULL, and so we got to find somebody to step up in that role, from a leadership role, and I think we have some guys that are ready to make that step. So I'm excited to see our guys continue to grow as players and as leaders. And you know, we still got a long way to go. Summer's going to be big for us, and then obviously into the fall. But I'm excited. Guys like Mason Warren, who've been around for a long time, and our quarterback Abram Johnston, and some of those guys up front that I talked about earlier, Caleb Ordon and Buck Winfrey and Mason Marie, are guys that have played a lot of ball. So excited to see those guys go into their senior year, and hopefully we can send those guys out with a bang.
Yeah, I know you mentioned Micah Johnson. I know that's a pretty tough loss. It's not often you get a player like that really goes through this program. But you already talk about guys like Mason, that guy that's going to play 2 ways, kind of like what Micah did. So I know we just offered him to a Gridiron Football All-American Bowl game at the end of the year. What kind of player, and not only a player but a student representative of your program, why do you think he should really deserve that honor of being invited to a bowl game like that?
Yeah, I mean, Mason is you know, everything we want in a young man. You know, on the field, even off the field. I mean, he's consistent. He's always where you need him to be. He's dependable. And as a coach, all we can ask from our players is to bring everything that they have. You know, some guys are talented than others. Some guys, you know, stronger than others, faster. Whatever your physical abilities are that you've been blessed with, bring those abilities every single day to practice. And for Mason, he brings them every day. And that's all we can ask from him. And, you know, how he is as a young man, how he carries himself on campus, in the classroom, in the hallway when I see him out and about on campus, always got a smile on his face. And, you know, I just can trust that Mason's going to do what we ask him to do, when he's going to do it, the right way, and all those kinds of things. So excited to see Mason going into his senior year. Last year started off really well, kind of had a shoulder, kind of bounced back from that and fought through that. So this year just kind of praying for a healthy season, senior season for him, and excited to see what he can do, both carrying the ball and then defensively. Like you said, he's going to be a 2-way guy for us at times when we need him, like some other guys. And so we just got to be smart and pick our spots with those guys. But he knows that senior year, last year high school football, so we're gonna add more to his plate, see what he can handle, and I'm not gonna be surprised to see him take on more this year.
And Mason, what's it like playing for a guy like Coach LeFors, a guy that's, you know, played at the college level, played professional level as well at the quarterback position, an offensive guy? What's it like to kind of like pick his brain and playing for a guy like that?
I'm honored to be coached by him. He's a great coach. I love him to death. You know, we always. Like you can always talk to him about life or football. It doesn't always have to be about football. He helps you become a great man. It's not just all about football.
Well, Mason, there's a question I forgot to ask you last time. What are your goals for this upcoming season? You only have one of those, right? You have only one senior season. So what are your goals for your senior season?
Become a better player, help my teammates become better players, and help the team get to where we want to be in that state. And
yeah, that pretty much summarizes it. And Coach, you talk about Abram being a quarterback guru yourself. What have you really seen from Abram really this offseason that you feel like that he's ready to take that next step?
Yeah, you know, to me, Abram each year has gotten better and better, and that's a credit to him and his work ethic. I say from his sophomore year to his junior year, he made a big jump. just becoming more comfortable and understanding the system. His sophomore year, he was kind of winging it, to be honest, and we threw him in a tough spot, and we struggled overall, not just him, but overall as a team. And then last year, it was good to see all the hard work he put in pay off, because he had some really good games throwing the ball and just seeing things and taking what they give him, that kind of thing. This year, just the challenge for him is more vocally be a leader. And that just comes with the position, whether you're a senior or you're a freshman starting at quarterback. I mean, you got to be a leader if you play that position. So, raising everybody else's game around him, and really learning the ins and outs of our system. I want him to think like I think. I can't play for him, but I want him to finish my sentences, right? Like if he knows I'm getting ready to call a play, he should look halfway when I'm done halfway through the signal, knowing here's what's coming and why it's coming. And so, he's a grinder. He's a competitor. He's going to work his tail off. He's not going to let anybody outwork him. And as a coach, you enjoy working with young men like that, because the quarterback position is different. It's different than any other position from a mental standpoint. And so he's got to know not only what he has to do, but all 10 guys around him. So he's getting better and better with that. And again, I think just being in the system for another year is going to no doubt help him. So excited to see what he can do this year as well.
Yeah, and to wrap up this interview, Coach, spring football coming back. I know it's really good to iron out the kinks and stuff. He's just coming back, go out competition. I saw a lot today. I was really good to see those Oklahoma drills and everything, and then see that. What do you think about really the spring football portion so far, and what have you really seen from these guys over these last couple of days?
Yeah, I mean, we just finished day number 5, so we're halfway through. Started slow a little bit and just kind of, shaking the rust off, so to speak, and kind of getting back to the basics. And so each and every day we kind of ramp it up a little bit more. We got a long way to go. We got guys that are fresh from baseball, so they're kind of fresh from their postseason run, and it's a good opportunity for the younger guys to kind of mix it up a little bit and kind of see what they got. And when we tell them, hey, don't worry about making mistakes in spring. We want to see who's willing to go and mix it up, and go compete. And the guys that show us that can do that, we'll work with you all summer and into the fall, and where to go and how to get there and all that kind of stuff. But we can't make you do it, so you got to show us that you're willing to mix it up. But it's also good for the older guys to kind of sharpen some of those skills that where they left off last year. Some of them, they can do certain things in their sleep, but hey, how can you expand your game and add more tools to your tool belt? And that's kind of what spring is for us.
And Mason, to wrap up with you, I know I mentioned about you being invited to our bowl game, and you were able to show off your talents for one of our elite camps. So what is your message to a lot of those players at the last week of December to show off your talents? How excited are you for that opportunity?
I'm very excited. I'm excited to show everyone, not just in Louisiana, but from other states, my talent and other coaches.
And then also, last question, I promise. I'm long-winded. Coach, what is your plans for the spring game? Just opportunity for Eagles fans to come and support y'all, actually see y'all, and see all the hard work y'all have done this spring. Tell me the details about the spring game coming up.
Yeah, so May 20th, which is later than we've normally have gone, but May 20th will be at Archbishop Hannon. That's a Saturday evening at 5 o'clock, and I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be an opportunity again for the coaches to kind of almost be off the field. Like I told them, it's their final exam. They got nine practices leading up to that, so looking forward to that. We'll go mix it up. We'll work on some inside run stuff with them. We'll do some Pascal, and then we'll have a controlled, scripted scrimmage format. And Hannon they'll have those guys ready, and it'll be a good test for us. And just get it on tape. Have all summer to break it down and really correct the mistakes, and continue to grow from the things that we already do well, and maybe some of the things we don't do well, either we can it or we just continue to work on it to get better at it. So looking forward to it. It'll be a good test for our guys, and it'll be a sneak peek for some of our fans and parents to see what the 2023 Eagles will look like.
Yeah, I'm sure it's going to be an exciting 2023 Eagles version. So I appreciate Coach LeFors for allowing me to be here and cover a lot of the practice today. And congratulations, Mason, on being invited to our bowl game coming up at the end of the year. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the Gridiron Football Spring Tour. This is Jace LeJeune reporting from Parkview Baptist High School.